Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
You need to feel to deal. You also need to feel to heal. What the fuck is Karen talking about today? You need to feel to deal. You know, I'm on this bent this week on Facebook, on Instagram, talking about positivity. Positivity is great. Positivity is positively fantastic. However, what I found to be true is that there's a lot of people that I see that hide behind positivity. They use positivity like other things people might use to numb or sedate or to numb themselves. I say that, numb or sedate. Make themselves unconscious to the shit that's happening in their life. And we see that it's so obvious when it's booze, right? Oh my God, they're an alcoholic. They're drinking to feel better. They're taking drugs to feel better. They're fucking other people. They're dudes playing video games. They're women that use fitness. Yes, fitness. Or shopping. Anything can be used to numb. And so can positivity. So can positivity. You need to feel to deal. So as I'm getting ready, I'm about 30 and change days away from my first boxing tournament. And as I talked about in a previous episode, I had an ass kicking in sparring. I've had an ass kicking in sparring a lot. I haven't had a lot of sparring. And so, you know, you might see videos that I posted up on Facebook. If you follow me on my personal page, I'm hitting the heavy bag. I'm doing mitts with my boxing coach, amazing boxing coach Rob. I'm hitting the speed bag, and you know, it may look really cool. And it's not easy to do that shit like at all. That's like speed bag, to be able to like master that. Not that I mastered yet, but to be able to have any kind of semblance of it looks like I know what the fuck, and I feel like I know what the fuck I'm doing. It's like months. You have no idea how much fucking work that takes. However, to get into a ring now and to be in front of someone is totally different. No one's opening up their face and their body so you can take shots. Nobody's telling you what punches to throw. You got to figure this shit out. I still have to feel a lot of stuff physically, emotions, in order for me to deal with it. There is no 1, 2, 3 steps to sparring. It doesn't work that way. And there are insights that I'm getting, even from, I record this now on Wednesday. I'm getting insights even still from last Friday's sparring that I'm like, I see some more stuff now. And I also see that I had to go through all that stuff. And still have to go through, like, showing up at the gym on a Friday when I don't know these other people and they all look like fucking badasses. And I feel like I'm the lowest one on the totem pole, and you know, not knowing these girls and how they're going to hit and feeling nerves. And I have to feel all that stuff to deal with the reality of going into a boxing tournament is going to be like this. Like, this is training. This is preparation. I have to feel this stuff now. I feel this stuff now to deal with the training aspect of boxing, or I can feel it in the ring and not really prepare well sparring, and I'll have to deal with big fucking loss. Big fucking L on my forehead. And I'll have to deal with the fact that I didn't give it my all. You have to feel in order for you to deal. So listen, you don't have to fight or be in martial arts or boxing, like anything at all, any kind of like sport, like sports competition, you don't even have to be in the space to have some relevance for you in your life with this. Because let's take a look at, say, marriage or any kind of relationship. Common law, boyfriend, girlfriend, relationship with your kids. Listen, if you don't feel some of the stuff that comes up, right? If your husband is bugging the shit out of you, if you're not dealing with past wounds from past relationships and you're just blending this into your current relationship, you haven't dealt with that stuff. If you were abused growing up and people touching you is fucking, it brings up memories. It brings up shit. If somebody's hurt you in past relationships and you've never really had the chance to feel that, I mean, like, feel and process shit. You know what I mean? Feel and see the lessons from those experiences. Feel and forgive. Forgive people. Which, by the way, forgiveness, I should do a whole episode on forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the person, it's for you. So you don't have to carry that shit around. If you don't deal with these things, if you haven't felt these things, you're going to stay in the place that you already are. You have to feel in order to deal. You have to feel yourself fucking losing your shit with your kids sometimes. Listen, coming back to the whole thing about positivity, like I see people, and these are people that I know sometimes, so I'm not saying like they're good friends or anything, or I would even say a friend, more like an acquaintance or someone I know of mine, or I've met in person once or something like this, but I've seen like people go through like major health challenges, and all they post about is a smile on their face and how they're so thankful. And listen, I think you can get there eventually. I think that's very healthy to be in that space, to be like, fuck, this sucked. Like, my husband and I talk about Crohn's. It still sucks every single day for him. He feels pain every single day for the last, 8 fucking years. That's a long time to feel daily pain, just about daily pain. It still sucks. But you know what we're able to see from it now? Crohn's has brought us some of our greatest gifts. It allowed us a chance to get out of practice. It allowed us to see a new possibility of living and being. It allowed, out of necessity, for Ed to create something different, for him to really see his brilliance and his power. That was just a little piece of it in practice when we were chiropractors, and he's able to fucking fully create and produce and really discover and unleash the power that is my amazing husband. Not just as a businessman, as a father, as a husband. None of this shit would have happened if it wasn't for Crohn's. So see, you can, as time passes, right, take a look, and now you've felt stuff and kind of, and still be feeling stuff and able to see the lesson. But when you instantly go there, there's something fucking wrong. There's something fucking wrong. If there isn't even a moment where you go, fuck. If there isn't a moment where you go, fuck me. Really? This is happening. This is happening again? I don't have enough shit going on in my life? You can't give me a fucking break? Like, if you don't have a moment of that, and I'm not saying that these people that I see haven't experienced that, it's the fact that they haven't spoken of it. And listen, you share what you want to share in social media. For me, it's all in or nothing. It's pretty much all in or nothing. But when you only show your Sunday best, when you only show all the good side, it's fucking warped. And I'll tell you something right now, everybody sees it. They see that it's fucked up. And that's why so many of you too reach out to me and go, thank fucking God. Karen, thank you for telling the truth. And Karen, sometimes you fucking piss me off. You trigger me sometimes because you say shit that I don't want to hear, but thank you for it. Because I fucking needed to hear it. Because there's so much bullshit in the fucking world. I'm tired of it. This is what I get from so many of you. It doesn't make me some kind of special snowflake. It just means that I hit a point in my life where I just said no more. No more of the pretending. No more lie by omission. So you might justify it and say, well, I just don't tell everybody the full truth. And that's okay. Okay. It's still a lie. It's still a lie. To say that you broke the law and you didn't know because you didn't know the law, you've heard that, whatever that phrase is, or I don't know, maybe it's something in the code or something like that, but like ignorance is, what is it? Ignorance of the law is no excuse? I don't know. It doesn't matter for you to go, I'm sorry, I didn't know, officer, that I'm not supposed to park near a fire hydrant. And they go, oh, it's okay, you didn't know, it's all right. No, it doesn't matter if you don't know. You're supposed to fucking know. You get behind the wheel of a car, you have a driver's license, you're supposed to know this shit. For me, you're a human being walking around the world. You want to create more within your life? That means you tell the fucking truth. That means you come clean about shit. And that means you feel stuff in order for you to deal. It means you feel in order for you to heal. And not sharing the full truth, I'm going to say this, I know I'm speaking to mostly women, but you're being a fucking pussy. It's bullshit. Have the courage. Find the courage. Just be the fucking courage. It is not easy to do this. It is not easy to be this way at all. I get a lot of flack depending on the day. Sometimes not for a while. And then I get hammered by a bunch of fucking negative assholes. Who often, it's just shit they have going on in their life, or I'm triggering them, or, whatever, it goes against the religion, I swear, I wore something I don't like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I do that. You know why I do that, sister? It's not because I'm a glutton for punishment. It's not because I'm fearless. There's no such thing as fearless. It's not because that stuff that I don't care what people think. I don't really care what people think, but I feel what people say to me. I'm a human being. I'm still affected by that stuff. But I choose that. You know why? Because I know that I need to feel in order for me to deal with things. And I share stuff about my life because there's lessons that I've learned from that. And I share them because I don't want you to feel like you're the only one, like you were not alone in this journey called life. I'm reading a new Danielle Laporte book. It's called The White Hot Truth. And she's quoted actually Prince before. As I'm actually wearing a Prince tank top right now, just come back from the gym, bam. I'm gonna bring this one back to full circle. But if you know Prince, Purple Rain, one of the best albums of all time, I'm just gonna say, and you know the song, Let's Go Crazy, at the very beginning, he says, Dearly Beloved. Well, how does it go? Dearly Beloved. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to find that and put in the show notes. We are here today to get through this thing called life. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, you're here to get through this thing called life. And that means you need to feel in order for you to deal. You need to feel in order for you to heal. It doesn't happen any other way. If you put a bow on shit, it's still shit. It just has a bow on it now. I said this to someone the other day, or it was in a Facebook post maybe. It's like, if I come across a dude, it's usually like a young dude, he's got like wicked BO and he's like covered himself up in the latest Calvin Klein perfume, cologne, aftershave, obsession, I don't know, one of those ones, eternity. And you're like, oh my God, now it's just BO combined with Calvin Klein. Like, it still stinks. So feel the shit that you need to feel in your life. It is the only way for you to deal. It is the only way for you to heal. And we all have wounds and we all have fucking shit. And you don't need to, go through years of therapy unless it's your choice. And it's your choice. You don't need to suffer, but you need to fucking feel the shit. Even if it's for like a minute of feeling shit. You gotta feel in order to deal, in order to heal. So here's your more tip for today. What are you not feeling in your life right now? What are you not feeling in your life right now? And what is one thing you can do today that'll allow you to start to be able to feel that stuff? Seriously. What is one action step you can take today in order for you to begin feeling stuff you need to feel? I don't know, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's meditation, maybe you need to just go away for a couple days and just like write shit and feel shit, and maybe you need to like go to Vegas and get like shit faced for 2 days. I don't know. Actually, don't do that. That's not feeling stuff. Maybe you need to go and like fire a gun. Maybe you need to do something crazy like me and go get in a box and have potential of people hurting you. Like, you need to feel in order for you to deal and to heal. So where is it in your life where you're not feeling stuff you need to deal with, you need to heal? And what is one action step you can do today to really begin that process? So you were missing out, sister, if you're not in the new closed Facebook group. We're close to 550 women called the Women Wanting More Experience. I want you to go to Facebook right now, go to the search bar at the top and enter in Women Wanting More Experience and request to be added to the group. And I post in there a couple times a week, questions, thoughts, things you can journal. And this is like my laboratory. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback and information and data from these women as to what's really going to serve you best. So you get to be part of that. You want to be heard. You got to be in the Women Wanting More Experience free closed Facebook group. So search bar in Facebook, go to Women Wanting More Experience, request to be added to the group. And unless you are a dude and you're a female, I will add you in. So I will talk to you next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.